This video is about circumference and arc length. But first of all, the first problem is just a matter of converting from degrees to radians. So they give us this angle and they give us the degree measure, 300 degrees, and then they're saying what is the same measure in radians. So all you need to understand is that pi radians is equal to 180 degrees. For that reason, you can use the fraction pi over 180 or 180 over pi to convert degrees to radians or radians to degrees. So if I have 300, and I'm going to put DEG for degrees just to make it even more obvious what I'm doing. So what I want to do is I want to multiply by one of these two things. But look, I want to cancel out degrees. So I need degrees to be in the bottom. So here I have 180 degrees. 180 degrees. I'm going to use this version right here. So if I do pi, and I'll put RAD for radians, even though radians don't really have units, you just put pi. But for now I'll say pi radians just to make it extra obvious, over 180 degrees. This way the degrees will cancel out. So that's how you know to pick this fraction instead of the other fraction. So that will just leave behind radians. So now it's just a matter of simplifying this out. So right now I have 300 pi over 180. So this is radians. There's no more degrees. But 180 goes into 300. Well, I don't know exactly. It doesn't go in evenly. So let's just reduce this fraction. If I divide both of these by 10, alright, so basically these zeros are going to cancel out. So now I have 30 pi over 18. Okay, dividing both of these by 2, I'm going to get 15 pi over 9. Dividing both of these by 3, I'm going to get 5 pi over 3. So that tells us that this is going to be the answer. Boom. Okay, that's how you do that one. Okay, arc CD is 2/3 of the circumference of a circle. So we're really saying 2/3 of the whole circle. Alright, because the circumference of a circle is the length of the entire circle. So fine, 2/3 of the whole circle. But we want to know what is the radian measure of the central angle. Well, so we want to know what is the radian measure of 2/3 of the whole circle. Well, you know how an entire circle is 360 degrees? Well, an entire circle is 2 pi radians. Okay? Radians don't have a unit, so I'm just putting radians in parentheses so you know what I'm talking about. But normally you just say 2 pi. There is no unit. Anyway, so you need to understand that 360 degrees is the same thing as 2 pi radians. Both of these mean the measure, like the angle measure of the entire circle. So if the whole circle is 2 pi radians, then it's just a matter of what is 2/3 of 2 pi. Alright, well, if you just multiply this out, you know, this is like 2 pi over 1. So this would be 4 pi over 3. So 4 pi over 3 radians. So this would be the answer right here. And there you go.